Hey, what's up, everybody? I've got a lot to cover in this video, so I really want to get into it. But, um, I've been reading a lot of articles, and then there's some recent news that has come out that really just proves once again why I think that Brian Gutekunst is an elite GM in this league. I think he's done an exceptional job in Green Bay. We're going to highlight that. We're going to go over that. Why do I think that? Honestly, let's dive into it. We all know that this past Tuesday there were 32 teams that made their cuts to get down to that 53-man roster, and there were actually surprisingly a decent amount of undrafted free agents that made some squads, but doesn't mean they're necessarily going to have an impact. um, I think that there will be a handful, maybe that have an impact this season. In fact, I think you can make the argument that there are two in Green Bay that will definitely have an impact, especially in the near future. One of those guys, though, that I'm talking about, and I'm sure you guys know, is wide receiver Malik Heath. And Malik Heath has been turning heads, we all know, in Green Bay, but not just in Green Bay. He's turning heads in the NFL and around the league. And, we're going to get into that. But fellow teammate Jonathan Mingo was drafted in the second round by Carolina out of Ole Miss. But, this dude, time is going to tell whether or not he's able to do anything in his team and his squad. But one thing is for sure, one thing we do know is that Malik Heath is going to certainly have an impact for Green Bay, maybe as early as game one. To be honest with you, so what is Jordan Love recently quoted as saying? Jordan Love was quoted as saying, "He's balled out since he's got here." I think the biggest thing since he's got here is just how aggressive he catches the ball, how he attacks it, and once he catches it, he's trying to get those yards. And honestly, we know that, we've heard that, we've seen that, that he's focused on catching the ball. Some guys are focused on just turning upfield before they catch the ball. He makes sure that he has it, and then he turns upfield with a lot of aggression, as Love said. So I just ecstatic that this dude is, he's making a head. He led the team, this preseason, I think, with 12 catches, 150 yards. So this dude is it's not like just he's doing this against backups, because I think versus the Seahawks game, his last game, last preseason game, Love targeted him 4 times and he connected with him 3 times. So he's going to be a kind of a favorite target. It's a hearing, but let's get into just the job that Brian Gutekunst has done since he's been here. Who is he drafted? All of that stuff. Let's take a look. So as you can see, since he's been here, this dude is drafted the best cornerback in the league. I mean, arguably top 3. As Packer fans, we think he's the best, but I think not just Packer fans, a lot of people around the league think Jair is the best lockdown corner in the league. Who else was highlighted in that draft? Valdez Scantling. We already know he's making an impact on the Super Bowl champs in Kansas City. St. Brown in Chicago. I mean, the dude he's an impact receiver, and he's not a stud, but he's a guy that's going to give you some quality targets. In 2019, Rashawn Gary, that dude we all know is a stud. I mean, he's easily top 10 outside linebackers in the league. And then you've got Savage there. Jenkins was taken. Then just to name a few on that list, obviously Jordan Love in 2020. That's the big looming question mark as to how good is Jordan Love. We're going to know come this season, but from what we've already seen from him, I'm happy. I'm pleased. I think Jordan Love is going to have actually a very good season, especially halfway in, because nobody knows how to cover him. So I think that he's going to have an incredibly successful first half of the season, and then he may struggle a little bit come that second half. But A.J. Dillon, DeGuara, Runyon, just to name a few, Stokes. Stokes, I think, is an absolute stud too. I mean, waiting for him to come off that injury. Myers, uh, just to even go into last year's draft, you had Quay Walker, Devontae Wyatt, Christian Watson, Romeo Dubs. I mean, the list goes on. Jonathan Ford, Rasheed Walker, who I think is going to just have an absolute monster year. I really do. Um, I'm super excited about it. I think you all should be super excited about it because it not just solidifies the players we have, and not just to mention, we didn't even go over their draft picks this season, who I think he hit it out of the park this season. I really do. So Green Bay has set themselves up from a few years back to, to miss a key guy like Rodgers and still produce and still go out there and have an impact and be a playoff contender, if not in the playoffs. And who knows what happens? I mean, if a team catches fire late in the playoffs, um, anything can happen. So leave your comments, subscribe. I really want to know what you guys think about Brian Gutekunst. I think he's an elite GM in the league. I really do. And I think those draft picks kind of prove that. So anyways, leave your comments. Love it. Go Pack.